I'd like to thank Quincy Access Television for this opportunity to speak to you today and to thank the voters that I've met this year at their doorsteps as I've campaigned across the city. I'm Doug Guttrow. I'm a proud father and candidate for re-election to the Quincy School Committee. You may recognize me as someone who served for many years on the Quincy City Council or more recently on the school committee. But for those who don't know me, I'd like to share with you a little bit about my background, my ideas, and my aspirations for Quincy Public Schools. I'm a proud graduate of Quincy Public Schools, attending the Bernazzani School, Central Middle School, and I was a proud graduate of North Quincy High School. There's no question to me that my QPS education helped me earn a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Today, I'm the Public Affairs Director with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, where, among other things, I oversee an environmental education and children's health program. Over the past 20 years, I've served on many boards and commissions here in Quincy, including the Quincy After School Child Care and DOVE. I've served as the president of the Ward 5 Community Association, and 15 years ago, I founded the Friends of Wollaston Beach. But what I'm most proud of is to be a father of my two boys, Brian and Scotty. Both went to Beechwood Knoll School and Central Middle School. This spring, Brian graduated from Quincy High School, and my son Scotty's a rising senior at North Quincy High School. So I approach the school committee through the same eyes as every parent, and I understand the student experience in both high schools. As parents, we help with homework. We balance school and extracurricular activities. We shuttle our kids from point A to point B on a regular basis. This past year, it's easing anxieties around remote learning and social isolation. We're meeting with teachers virtually and seeing firsthand the impacts and small victories of remote learning. During my 14 years on the Quincy City Council, I was a strong supporter of public education. As Council President, Ward 5 Councilor, and Councilor at Large, I proudly supported 14 Quincy Public School budgets, security improvements in all schools, and new school buses. I supported the construction of 3 new schools in the city and improvements to roofs, windows, boilers in many other schools. As both a counselor, a father, and a school committee member, I have visited all 11 elementary schools, all 5 middle schools, and both high schools, and I've attended countless concerts, youth sporting events, and school festivals. I want to express my gratitude and empathy to our teachers and QPS employees. I too have some classroom experience. For 20 years, I've served as an adjunct professor at Suffolk University, teaching courses at the graduate and undergraduate levels. While not exactly the same as serving as a public school teacher, I planned lessons, stood in front of a classroom, and helped guide our students to achieve their full potential. It's difficult but gratifying work. I'm running for re-election to the Quincy School Committee because I love our city. My 2 children have thrived in the system, and I believe my experience will help make QPS the best in the state. Over the past 4 years, I'm proud to have served on a school committee that put a Chromebook in the hands of every student who needed one. We adopted a comprehensive digital literacy curriculum. We increased school safety measures. We hired the first superintendent in 20 years. We've doubled the number of dual enrollment classes that help high school students to earn college credit. We've bolstered career and tech education classes, passed a new school lunch policy that ensures a hot lunch for students regardless of their ability to pay. And we launched the new public school website. Through my experience, I've learned that the best results come from listening and collaboration. And no matter how appealing our ideas as candidates sound, experience matters. Moving forward, my goals are to get all of our students safely back into the classroom. That's where they can thrive and learn. We need to strengthen our social emotional assessment and support programs. We need to expand our digital literacy and anti-bullying curriculum. And we need to fast-track the construction of our new special ed center and to provide the necessary professional development to all of our teachers. We should continue to invest in our school buildings and technology, and I'd like us to evaluate universal pre-K options. And finally, I'd like us to assess the impact this housing boom citywide has had on our schools and its budget. As we navigate our way out of the pandemic and back into the classroom, I believe that we need an experienced leader, results-driven advocate, someone who has dedicated his life to the neighborhoods and invested in Quincy Public Schools. On September 14th, the race for Quincy School Committee is the only contest on the ballot. I want to thank you for your support, and I want to humbly ask for your vote. Thank you very much.